Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to solve week 1 individual assignment. But before I go further, I want to put you through how you should be saving your file, because a lot of people are just save their files with mistake, and I will put you through the how to follow the instruction one by one for the purpose of maybe subsequent assignment that you will be given. So the first thing you will do in solving the assignment, the first thing you will do is, you see now the name of the file is what do you call it, is week 1 individual assignment, Zamfara graduate. So now you have to change the file name to your serial number, to your ID number. So if you want to save it to your ID number, the first thing you will do is just click on this file. After clicking on this file, then you just come to this save as. Then if you come to this save as, you just navigate to the folder of your choice. Mine, I will save it inside documents. Okay, so let me just solve it, save it here. So now I will change the name to ZGDA. Then I will just write 001. Then I will hit enter. So you see now I've successfully changed the name to ZGDA. So now the next thing is just to write my ID number here again, which is ZGDA 0001. So you see I've just done this. So the first question just goes by this. It says customize the table in Ijara data. So this is the data of Ijara. This sheet is Ijara data. So now I want to customize this. If I want to customize this table, all I will do is just to just start with putting the serial number on it. I will just say serial number. Please, I'm going to show you something. Whenever you are working with a very big data, I'm going to show you how to navigate from the first what do you call it, from the first cell that has the data to the last cell. So now this is the serial number 1. I will just write 1, 2, then I will highlight it. I will highlight the first 2, then I will just come to this angle, the what do you call it, the right down corner of the range of the cell. You see so now once I double click, it will just generate the serial number to the last column. I don't have to drag to the last since the data is very huge. So once I double click, it will just navigate, so it will just generate the serial number to the last column. So that is this for that. Then the next thing, I will just change the font style. Maybe let me just change it once and for all. So if I want to change the font style, now you see the data is 92,000 rows. So now if I want to now highlight from the first row to the last row, if I said I will just keep dragging, it will take me a very longer time. So all I will do is just to press shift. After pressing shift, I will just press control. Then I will press the down arrow. So it will take me to the last row. You see, it just took me to the last row, which is 92,518. Sorry, I don't have to do this. Yeah, so now let me just shift right. Excuse me. So now I will just change this to Times New Roman. I will change it to Times New Roman because the data is very large. That's why the application is loading. It's taking it's taking a long time to respond. So now I will just select all borders. Inside the border, I will just select on all borders. So you see, it just put in the border for all. Then I can just come to the table header and customize it a little bit. I will change the background color of the header. Maybe let's it pick the color of the questions in the assignment. Then I will just put this one in bold. The next thing is just to adjust. Then I will come to this and centralize it. I think, okay, so then the next thing is this one. I will just merge and center it. I will merge and center it. Then I will just come to this one also. I will just adjust it to the center also. Then I will just click on this. Then I will just change the font style also to Times New Roman. Maybe I will increase the size a little bit larger than the first headers. Let me change this from 2019 to 2022. So this one also I will just put all borders so that the border will reflect on it also. So you see, I've just successfully customized my table. I can also format this. So that it will have a Naira signs. Once I click on this, you see it just pick the Naira sign. Now it looks like I'm dealing with money. Let me just remove this, what do you call it? This decimal point, since I don't want it for now. And my values are very long, because some values are up to 1,000,000 or 800,000. So let me just, yeah. So the next thing is we are done with the first question, which is customize the table. The next thing is the total sales of each salesman. So now we want to know the total sales of each salesman. Each salesman, what is his total? So now I will just come to this. I will create a new column in in cell G2. I will just name it as total. So now I will just say is equals to sum. Then I will just highlight from here to here. You understand, from C3 to F3. You see, it just gave me the total of this the first salesman. So now I will just drag to the last. I told you, if you want to drag to the last, all you will do is just double click. Since the data is very large, it will automatically reflect to the last data in the what do you call it, in the table. So now I'm done with this first question, second question. You see, as simple as that. The next question is just says total sales of each year from 2019 to 2020. So now I want to know the total sales of each year from 2019 to 2020. So these are the sales 2019 to 2020. Total sales 2019. So now I want to know the total sales in 2019. Let me direct to the last. Total sales 2019, total sales 2020, total sales 2021, and total sales 2022. Do you understand? So now let me just put all borders to it so that it looks somehow awesome. So now the next thing I will do is just to sum. So now I will be showing you some tips when you are dealing with a very huge data with a lot of rows, so that it can help you can simplify your work without dragging to the last what do you call it, last row. So now I will just say is equals to sum. Then I will just come to my first column, which is what do you call it, C3. I will say to from C3 to the last row, which is, I don't know the last row, but I know the starting point is C3. So I will just click on the C3. You see, I just click on the C3. So now if I want to go to the last row, all I will do is just to press Control Shift. Then I will click on this down, what do you call it, down arrow. You see, once I click on the down arrow, you see, just navigate to the last, what do you call it, last row in the data. I will just hit enter. So once I hit enter, you see I'm having 415 million naira, 233,000 and 233 to the last is just a huge amount of number. Now I'm done for 2019. If I want for 2020, I can just drag. You understand? I can just drag, since the 2020 is in column D and 2021 is in column E. They are in respective position, or as they are in relative position. So I can just drag so that I will just keep having what do you call it? The values. You see this one from C. What do you call it? C3 to C9 2000. This one from D3 to D9 to 585. This one is E, while this one is F. So if you can just check it here clearly, you see it just showed almost the same thing, C, D, E, F. So this is what we have, and we are done with this question. So the next question is find the average sales of each year from 2019 to 2020 also. So now if you want to know the average sales of each year, we can just pick this one to have header. Our format is just to have a header format. Average sales 2019. We have done average total sales 2019. Now we are doing average sales 2019, average sales 2020, average sales 2021. So now all we will do is just to say is equals to average, and we will do the same thing. We are going to just say from C3 to the last. So I will just press Control Shift, then I will click on my last what do you call it, last row, which is 92,585. Alhamdulillah. So I'll just click on enter. So you see the averagely is 4,484,985 naira. So I can just do the same thing. I will just drag vertical, you see, so that I can get the rest. In 2019 is 4,000,000, 4.4 million, or just say 4.4 million. This one is 4.5 million in 20, what do you call it, in 2020. In 2021 is 4.5 million. Also, this one is 4.49 million also. So this is how you will solve this question. That is if you are looking for the average sales in each year from 2019 to 2020. So the next question says find the total revenue generated in 4 years. So now we are summing the whole revenue generated from 2020, from 2019 to 2022. So if I want to know the total revenue generated, all I will just say is the total revenue generated, total. Or I can also copy it. Let me just copy this. So I will just say total revenue generated. So let me just shift it a little bit so that you can all see what I'm doing. So if I say total revenue generated, I can just say is equals to sum. Since this is the total revenue generated in each year, 2019, 2020, and 2022, so now I can just sum the whole the whole 4 years. Since I want to know the total revenue generated in the whole 4 years, I will just hit enter. You see I'm having something like something of trillions or billions of values. So this is the total revenue generated in the whole years, in the whole 4 years. So the next thing is percentage of revenue generated in each year. So now we want to know the percentage of the revenue we generated in each year. So all we will do is just to say percentage of total revenue generated in each year. Oh, I want to color each and every question I've answered. So let me just say percentage of revenue generated 2019. Percentage of revenue generated 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So now I want to know the percentage of revenue generated. So what is the formula of percentage? The formula of percentage is specific all over total times 100. So what is my specific here? My specific here is in 2019 is this. Then I would just say divide by, this is total revenue generated. Then I will divide by the total revenue generated. I can lock it. We've talked about locking of formula. I guess we've talked about locking of formula, so I will just lock it. So you see, I'm having something of this nature. I will just change it to percentage. We have 25%. So I will just drag the rest also. So you see, we are all having 25%, 25%. So each and every year, because if you can look at it closely, all the record are almost close to, what do you call it, close to the same thing. So we're all having 25%. So this is how you calculate the, what do you call it, the percentage of revenue generated in each year. So the next question. So so now we want to know the next question is find the what do you call it, percentage increase. We call it percentage change in general. So you want to know the percentage change or percentage increase in 2019 and percentage increase between 2019 and 2020 revenue. We want to do the percentage increase in from 2019 and 2022 revenue. So now, if we want to know the percentage change, all we will do is just to calculate the old what do you call it? Sorry, the new value, which is 2022. Then we'll say minus old, then we divide by old. So what is our old? The formula is new minus old, then we divide by old. Let me write the formula clearly so that everyone will see it. New, I have to open the bracket first. I will say new minus old, then I close the bracket, then I will say divide by old. So this is the formula. So now, what is our new? Our new is 2022, since it is the most recent, is 2022. So what is the 2022? The total revenue in 2022 is this. Then I will say, okay, I have to open the bracket first. So I will say this minus this, which is old. Then I will say divide by old again. This is our old. So you see the changes is not that much, because you see, as you can see here, is just 25%. So let me just you see, so the change, what do you call it, the percentage change is 0.33%. It's not up to 1%. The changes between the years is not up to 1%. So this is the percentage increase. The percentage increase is not up to 1%. What excuse me, percentage increase between 2020 or between 2019 and 2022. So this is the percentage change. So once you are done with this. Once you've done this, you are done with this question. So what is the next question? So now we are saying find the total revenue without expenditure. Find the total revenue without expenditure. So now if we want to know the total revenue without expenditure, now we are going to remove the expenditure. So where is our expenditure? This is our expenditure in 2019. This is our expenditure in 2020. Sorry, 2021, 2022. So this is our expenditure. So now we are going to know that our total revenue. This is our total sales generally. So now if we want to know the total what do you call it, revenue generated without the expenditure, all we will do is just to remove the expenditure. Understand? We have to just remove the expenditure. So let us go ahead and now remove the expenditure. So we are going to name it as total revenue, so that it will just it will be distinct from the first one, which is total sales. Now we are just going to say total revenue 2019. Total revenue 2019. Total revenue 2019. So I will just say is equals to this. You understand? In 2019, I will say this. Then I will just say minus. Then I will come to my expenditure. This is O3. Do you understand? So I will just say I7, which is my total sales. Then I will just subtract expenditure from it. So you see, I just subtracted, and we are having 400, what do you call it? So you just see it, it's just bunch of very long numbers. You see, I just subtracted. This is 415 to 415 billion 233 million 385,000. That is the general sales, including the expenditure. If we are removing the expenditure, we have 415 billion 195, what do you call it, 195 million. So we can apply it for all. We can just highlight it by the left hand side. The reason why I'm highlighting, because they are in, what do you call it, they are in what do you call it, a relative position. The next, because now this is 2019, I7 minus O3. Where is our I7? We all know this is our I7. This is our I7, and I'll subtract it from O3. This is our O3. So the next value is P in 2020 is P. Then the next is Q, the next is R. So that's why I'm just dragging, because they are going serially and in a relative position. You see, it's just P3, and this 2019 is J7, sales is J7. You see, it's J7. So that's why I'm just dragging. If there is need for you not to drag, please, you shouldn't drag. You should just do it manually. But this is the reason why I'm dragging. You just know which one to subtract from which. So you see, I just drag it, and it gave me what I want. This is the total revenue. So the next thing after the total revenue without expenditure is find the 2% commission of salesperson from the total revenue 2021 and 2022 respectively. So now we want to know the commission. You understand? We want to know the commission. Maybe you want to know the commission in 2019. Maybe we said we are going to give a commission to each and every what do you call it, a salesman. So we'll say commission in 20. So if we want to give them commission, the commission is 2.5%. So we'll say commission 2021. And then commission 2022. Also, this is the commission 2022. So now I will just say 2.5%, 2.5% of 2021, because we are doing it for each salesman. Now we are going to give him 2.5% of all his sales in 2021. So now this is 2021. I will just multiply by 2.5%, 2.5, 2.5. Then I will just put my percentage sign. So you see it's 7,792 naira. That is 2.5% of this 311,000. So you see, so the same thing applicable to this one for it's 2021 and 2022, right? So I will just multiply by 2.5 percent. I will just hit enter. You see, then I will just drag to the last. So I'm done with this question also. Let me just wrap my text so that it should look, yeah, let me just put it at the center. This one also, I will wrap it and centralize it. So you see, I'm done with this also. So what is the next question? The next question is to find the highest revenue generated in each year, find the lowest revenue generated in each year. So now we want to know the highest revenue generated in 2020, 2021, 2022, and the lowest revenue generated. That is what the question is saying. Let me just copy this. I'm just copying the heading. I will just say highest revenue. Oh, let me just do something here to avoid repetition. I'll just say highest revenue generated. So let me just match and center. Highest revenue generated in each year. So I will just say 2019, maybe 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Okay, let me fill the series. So you see, now if I want to know the total revenue generated, I would just say it's equals to maximum, because I'm looking for the highest revenue generated in each year. So I will say maximum. Then, so I will start with 2019. I will just select the first, and this is the last. So this is the highest revenue generated in 2019, 8,999,000. This. So this is the highest revenue generated in 2019. Then we want to see the highest revenue generated in 2020, 2021, and 2022. So you see, these are the highest revenue generated in each and every year. I have told you earlier the reason why I'm dragging, because the position of each and every year is an relative position is serially from G. What do you call it? From, you see, from C, this one is for 2019, D is for 2020, E is for 2021, and F is for 2022. So that's why I'm just dragging to the last. So this is the highest revenue generated. Now I'm going to, let me just change it to Times New Roman also. So now let me just copy it and do for minimum revenue generated in each year. This is the minimum or lowest revenue generated. What is the lowest revenue generated in each year? So for 2019, also 2020 and 2021. So we are starting from C3 also. Let's just okay, let's say minimum, then I'll click on the first one, then I will just press Control Shift, then the last one, then I will just hit enter. So you see I have 50,000 is the minimum revenue generated. So I can just drag to the last, what do you call it, to the 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So you see these are the minimum revenues generated: 50,000, 31 50,000, 175, 50,000, 145, and 50,281. So this is the minimum or lowest revenue generated in each year. So with this, we are done with our first section. If you got this, if you got all of this correctly, you have your good 2.5 marks. Then we move to the next question, which is who data. So the first question also say customize the table. So now we are going to customize this table by putting the serial number first. I'll put the serial number 1, 2. We all know now how to just create the serial number. From now onward, we are not going to have all those serious issues because the data here is totally is just 22 or 20 rows. So we are not going to be having all these issues in this because it's not as big data as the first one. Now let's change it to Times New Roman. I will change it to Times New Roman. Yeah, I think let me bold the headers or variables. These are our variables. Let's just bold them. So we have just customized our table like this. We can just maybe decide to put a background color to it. Let me put the background color for it. So the next thing, this one is male and female is under one immunized. So I will just match them. Since they are male and female, this one pregnant woman is only one. There is no male and female for pregnant woman. So this one is also one. We can match them, male and female. Let's just wrap the text so that we can all see what we are doing. Yes. So now let me wrap the text the way I want it. So you see, it's just part of customizing our table because you always need to make your data looks awesome. Yeah. So you see, I've just customized my table. So the next question is saying, find the target under one children, which is 4% of the population. 4% of the target population. So what is the 4% of the target population? So if I want to calculate the 4% of the target population, this is my target population. All I will do is just to come to this and say is equals to, then I will just click on this, then I will multiply by 4%. This is the 4% of the target population. I will just hit enter and drag to the last. So this is the 4% of the target population. The next question is find the target pregnant woman, which is 5% of the total population. So now we are looking for the 5% of the total population. All we do is just say is equals to, then I will just take this and then I will multiply by 5%. So this is the, what do you call it? This is the 5% of the target population. Then the next thing is 20 under 5, which is 20% of the target population. Under 5 children by 20% of the target populations. You are having 96 here, so I will just drag to the last. Okay, so the next question is calculate the total number of children immunized, male and female, per settlement. So now I want to calculate the total number of children immunized, male and female, in each settlement. So all I will do now is just to what do you call it? I will just create a new column here. Let me just create a new column. So you see, I just created a new column. Now, let me just copy this. Sorry, let me just copy this because I'm taking the total. So now I'm taking the total of male and female in each settlement. So now I will just say is equals to this plus this, then I will just hit enter. You see it gave me 7, then I will drag to the last. Then for the second one also, I will just say total also. I will just say is equals to this plus this is equals to this. Then so we see I get the total of under 5, and I get the total of children immunized for male and female. So then what is the next question? The next question is find the percentage coverage immunized in each category per settlement. So now I want to know the percentage of children immunized for under 1. I will start with under 1. Percentage of under 1. Percentage of under 1. Let me merge it. So I will just say percentage of under 1, percentage of what do you call it, pregnant woman. Percentage of under 5. So these are the percentage I'm looking for. So now all I will do is just to say is equals to I will just say equals to, now what is my specific? So now my specific is this 7, since the total of this and this is 7. So this is my specific. Then what is my total? This is my total. The one I just got, that is 19.28. So I will just say this, then I will divide by this, then I will hit enter. So I can just put this sign, then I will just drop down. So the percentage of pregnant women also, I will just say this, then I will divide by this is my total, then I will just hit enter, then I will just just put the percentage sign, then I will just drag to the last. Then the percentage of under 5 also, I will this is my specific, then divide by this is my total, then I will hit enter, then I will just put the percentage sign, then I will drag to the last. So you see, this is how I will get the percentage of each category of the children immunized. Then find the percentage of under 5 children immunized, males and females per settlement. So which is what is on, why is under 5? This is our under 5. So now I'm looking for percentage of male and female. Percentage of male and female. So I will have to create new columns. Percentage, I will just create a column of percentage of male and the percentage of female. This is percentage of male. Sorry, this is percentage of male. This is percentage of female. So now what is my specific? My specific for male is this. Then divide by, this is my total. Then I will just hit enter. Then I will just click on this percentage sign. You see I'm having 43. Then I will drag to the last. Then for this one also, I will just say this is my specific 13. Then I will just divide by, this is my total 23. Then I will just hit enter. Then I will just click on the percentage sign. Then I will just drag to the left. So you see, if you just sum this and this, you will have for 100%. If you sum this and this, you will have 100%. So that is how you calculate the percentage of male and female for each settlement. So I think this is the last question. With this, we come to the end of this solution. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have done great. I hope you all get at least 50% of what we have done. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day.